Alright, so welcome back to another YouTube video. In this YouTube video, we're actually going to be discussing on how exactly we generated 17 plus financially qualified demo calls in just 35 days for a B2B SaaS client. And this is going to be the complete guide on how we actually did it. And here's exactly how you can do as well if you're a B2B SaaS company out there. So for a quick reference, what we actually did was that instead of just running cold email campaigns, we did multi-channel that included lead magnets, that included everything that is included in the outreach campaigns, right? That being said, we included the LinkedIn outreach, we included email campaigns, we had forms, we had lead magnets set up over YouTube, over LinkedIn, and that is exactly how we were able to get 17 plus financially qualified demo calls in just 35 days for a B2B SaaS client, right? That being said, for a quick reference, who we are, my name is Moiz Khurram, and I'm the founder and CEO of Leadamax. We're a B2B SaaS focused agency who's solely focused on helping B2B SaaS clients getting more customers into the pipeline, making sure those customers actually convert into demo calls. Once they're into demo calls, we actually even train you SDR team so that they close those deals even more effectively and efficiently. So it's the complete done for you outbound system. All you have to do, take the call, close the deal. That's it. That's all you have to do, right? So that being said, we're just going to get started with the video. So these were some of the campaigns that we actually ran. So this is not the bulk campaign. It's simply for the emails, right? This is not the bulk campaign, and you can see the positive replies we're actually getting in terms of that. Then we actually ran this campaign, right? Really good, really good. The reason we actually tested this one, and based on that, you can clearly see that the results as well. 41% reply rate, right? Positive replies. So let's get started. So here's how exactly we generated 17 plus financially qualified demo calls in just 35 days for B2B SaaS clients, right? And here's how you can do as well. So first of all, leveraging email outreach to drive leads, right? First of all, of course, you should have a better infrastructure setup. You should have a good TAM, target addressable market, and then your target audience. This is where you're going to identify and segment your target audience. So it's going to be based on the industry, based on job title. It's going to be based on that intent. You should find that intent, and based on that, you want to convert that into the messaging. And in that messaging, you want to create personalization. You want to be relevant with that, right? How are you going to be doing that? So based on that intent, you're going to take that intent. For example, let's take recent job title or recent changing of job. You want to take that, add that into messaging, and that's exactly how we create relevance. That's exactly how we create personalization, right? Then is going to be your tracking and optimization. You want to monitor email open and click-through rates, measure those conversion rates, and actually adjust your approach based on data insights for continuous improvements. Nowadays, we don't measure open rates. Nowadays, we simply track open rates, not open rates, I would say click-through rates, right? Based on that, you want to get those reply rates coming in. The only metric that actually matters is the positive reply rates. That actually tells you if your campaigns are working or they're not. That's it. You want to track that, and you also want to track from replies, positive replies, to booking them into demo calls. You want to track that. Once you've actually converted them into demo calls, you also want to track what is the closing rate from demo call to closing one deal. How many demo calls does it take to close one deal? You want to track that as well, right? Then emails that drive results. You want to craft personalized human-to-human emails that spark genuine connections and get responses based at the end of the day, right? You also want to connect with people. Really simple, really easy to understand, right? What you want to do is basically you want to craft such message in terms of your email, in terms of your ad copies, in terms of your LinkedIn messages, LinkedIn posts. You want to create such personalization that actually relates with the audience. One of the questions I've actually heard the most is personalization more important or relevance, right? So for the answer for that would be basically you want to find the right balance between personalization and relevance. Relevance only comes if you have found the intent. That intent could be anything. As I mentioned previously, that intent could be finding the recent job changing, or even you kind of commented on their LinkedIn post, you like the LinkedIn post, anything that relates with that person, that relates with the prospect. That's it. Speaking about personalization, it's actually about those variables you want to put in. And personalization is all about making sure you've actually taken time to write the specific email, to write the specific LinkedIn post, just to make sure you write that message that relates with the audience. That's it. That's the whole line. I know there's a really, really thin line. The thin line is such that you want to find the right balance between personalization and relevance, right? That's it. Then you want to optimize LinkedIn for business prospecting, right? So first of all, complete your profile. You want to ensure your LinkedIn profile is comprehensive, up to date, highlighting your expertise, experience, and accomplishments. In your LinkedIn profile, if you're doing LinkedIn outreach, in your LinkedIn profile, you should have a clear picture about basically representing your personality. If you have a charming, charismatic personality, you should be smiling, right? If you have a bit more aggressive, I would say, a bit more alpha type, you should have a bit more straightforward and more bold picture in terms of that. You should have a clear banner. I've also made a complete masterclass on YouTube. You can simply go into my YouTube, onto the Leadamax YouTube, search that video, you'll find a complete LinkedIn masterclass is out there on YouTube. That being said, you should have a complete up-to-date LinkedIn profile. Then targeted connections. You want to build a network of relevant connections by targeting individuals within your desired industries, job titles, job roles, and companies. Really easy to use. Simply go into search bar, type the specific job title and specific industry you want to target, use a bunch of filters, send connection requests, and make sure you send those connection requests with a note adding that what is the purpose of the connection. That's it. Then content marketing, right? You want to share valuable content that resonates with your target audience, establish thought leadership, and generate engagement. So as I mentioned previously, it's all about, creating the perfect right message that actually relates with the audience. You can add a bunch of hashtags. The hashtags can be like hashtag B2B SaaS, hashtag CRM. That's it. That's pretty much it, right? You can also create lead magnets as well. Really, really simple. So in terms of lead magnets, you can provide free resources that others would pay for, right? That others are offering the market, and normally people are charging and people would pay for it. You want to provide such resources for free of cost. You can provide, for example, if you are an email outreach tool, you can provide free email templates, right? That being said, we're going to further proceed with the proven tactics for effective cold emailing, right? First of all, value proposition. Clearly articulate how your SaaS solution addresses specific pain points and deliver value to your target audience, right? Really, really important point. In this step, you want to provide a clear value proposition about what the call will be about what you will cover, what's the main agenda of that demo call, or what's the main agenda why you're exactly contacting that prospect. That's it. If you're helping them in terms of a specific problem they're facing in the industry, go for it. If you're helping them in terms of adding more revenue into the pipeline, go for it. If you're helping them save more time, go for it, right? Then subject line. You want to craft compelling subject lines that craft attention, pique curiosity, and encourage recipients to open your email. This is either make or break. So what I mean by that is subject lines basically determine whether your prospect will even open your email or not. If your processes are in place, if everything is perfect, your infrastructure setup, your total addressable market, your lead list, your messaging, everything is perfect, but your subject line is not good, it's way too generic, congrats, you've just lost a bunch of deals out there, because subject lines will tell either your prospect, either the person you're targeting will even open your email or not, right? Really, really important. And you don't want to sound spammy at all. So the main rationale behind that is going to be really used subject lines nowadays is like quick question, first name. It doesn't work anymore. It works, but not to such a point. It's really common out there. Everyone's using it, works, but I would say it's like 50-50. You can use some other like thoughts, first name. You can use a single word that and basically kind of pique the curiosity and make them open that specific email, right? A bad one would be like, I would say, free goodies win $10,000. That's a really bad one. I know it sounds spammy. I won't open it at all because I know there must be a link. I'll have to click it, and based on that, I might be redirected to some sketchy website, and it might kind of hack my phone or something like that. So you simply want to avoid that as well. Then personalized content. You want to tailor your email message to each recipient, demonstrating your understanding of the needs and challenges. So I've also made a couple of videos on how exactly you can create first lines, on how exactly you can craft really personalized email copies, really relevant email copies, all through automation. All right. I've made a bunch of videos. The same process we use for our agency, for our clients, is actually out there on YouTube, and it's free of cost. Just check it. And I've also laid out those templates. Just copy and paste and just steal it. That's it, right? Then you want to master social selling on LinkedIn. You want to engage with content, share valuable content, comment on relevant posts, participate in industry discussions, and build thought leadership. This is where you're actually going to represent who you are. This is where you're going to showcase what are the services you're offering. This is where you're going to showcase your basically thought leadership in terms of that, right? You want to engage with content. You want to basically reply to and comment to posts, like other people posts so that they can see the notification with your name out there on their LinkedIn notification bar, right? Then you want to network strategically, right? You want to connect with professionals in your target industries, join relevant groups. For LinkedIn, groups are just as a name. They don't work anymore. They're just, I know the intent is there, but you will never ever learn from groups in terms of your learning a new skill. It's really pathetic, right? And then you want to build relationships with potential clients. So one of the most common mistakes I've actually seen, people, what they do, they send a connection request, other prospect kind of approve it. They simply go into these messaging and they just, would you be open for a quick chat? It doesn't work anymore. It doesn't work like that. You don't have to do that. Really simple process that you want to understand their business. You want to understand the problems they're facing. Then based on that, after a few days, say something like, oh, I have a solution. It might help you, potentially help you. You don't want to sound too pushy. You just want to say, it can potentially help you, right? Then sales conversations. You want to initiate conversations with qualified prospects, nurture relationships, and guide them through the sales process, right? As I mentioned previously, first of all, you want to build connections. Based on those connections, you actually want to articulate that and kind of convert that into conversations that actually lead them and kind of pushes them towards the pipeline for making the final sale. So you want to utilize YouTube videos to attract leads, right? You want to make tutorials and demos. You basically want to craft video tutorials showcasing the features, benefits of your SaaS solution, addressing common pain points, and providing practical tips. Really quick bonus tip, and this tip actually works. What you want to do is basically, in the intro, target their pain points. This is where you'll actually allow the person to kind of watch through the whole video, right? And based on that, either showcase a case study, showcase the results, or target a pain point. Really simple. Then you want to have some case studies and testimonials. You want to showcase real world success stories, customer testimonials, and case studies demonstrating the value and impact of the software, right? Really simple to understand. As I mentioned previously in the same specific video, I showcased some authentic case studies. And first of all, you don't want to lie on that. No, it doesn't work like that. If you lie, you're actually playing that with your integrity, with your own credibility, and it just shows what's your mind like and basically represents your own personality. If you lie, you might get some clients, but at the end of the day, you would simply be lying and lying to your own self, right? Thirdly is going to be industry trends and insights. You basically want to share valuable content that is related to their target industry, providing insights, trends, and analysis that positions your company as an expert. You want to sound like, you want to feel like that you are the only person, only company out there who knows what they're doing, who knows what they're actually representing to you, who knows how they can solve the problem the prospect is facing, and based on that, they can present a perfect solution to help them with the problem, to solve it, to basically save more time, to add more revenue, to grow their whole business and add more ARR, right? Which will eventually increase the enterprise value. That's the end game. Every customer out there, every business out there actually wants to increase the enterprise value, right? Really simple. What you can do, as I mentioned previously, lead magnets, you want to provide valuable PDF resources for B2B SaaS marketers. Ebooks, white papers, really easy to understand, not have to dive much into details. Checklists and templates, right? Of course, offer practical tools and resources that simplify common marketing tasks, content calendar, so on and so forth. Guides and best practices, right? Really simple and easy to understand, right? Then integrating lead generation tactics for success. First of all, strategy and alignment. You want to establish a cohesive lead generation strategy that aligns with your business goals, target audience, and value proposition. Right? You can use this as a checklist and make sure you go through it. Right? This basically covers all of the details I've mentioned previously in the video. Tactics and channels. You want to choose the right mix of tactics, channels based on your target audience, resources, and budget. You want to have a budget, and based on that, you kind of want to articulate that and divide that amongst different resources. How much you want to invest onto lead magnets? Is there even a cost to the lead magnets you're creating? If not, that's completely fine. But most of the time, there would be a cost to lead magnets. For PDF resources, there might be a fraction of cost, like paying an employee to make some lead magnets, or even you can make it yourself. But at the end of the day, you're leveraging your own time, right? Really simple and easy to understand. Then measurement and optimization. You want to track your progress, analyze the data charts, make adjustments to your lead gen strategy for continuous improvement. This is going to be the make and break. You've done everything right. You've done every single step right. From making that infrastructure setup, as mentioned in other videos as well, TAM, ICP, everything is perfect. But if you're just setting up those campaigns without iterating it, without making any changes and kind of building that up, then you won't hit your numbers. This is where most of the B2B SaaS companies actually go wrong. This is either the make or the break. You want to have such strategies, you want to analyze, you want to have the capability to analyze the charts, to analyze the data, and based on that, you want to find out what exactly is working well, what exactly is not working well. For example, what we do here at Leadamax for our clients specifically, initially we test 5 different campaigns, 5 different angles with 5 different value proposition. Once we actually set that for cold email campaigns, based on those five, right? Every single campaign has got 1,000 leads and 1,000 prospects in it, right? We send those campaigns. Within 2 weeks, we measure the results. Once you've seen the results, we test out which campaign, and in that campaign, which CTA and which subject line was working the best amongst all. We take that, we add 1,000, 10s and 20 and thousands of lead lists into it. We scale the operations up. This is exactly how we scale, right? I'm just giving you out free resources that we typically implement into our system, and you can just simply steal it, implement that into your business. That's it, right? Lastly, a quick plugin. You can also book a free strategy session with me. Link will be in description. All you have to do is go into the description, check out the first link, right? Book a free intro call with me. In that call, we'll basically discuss your product, your problem you're facing, and how exactly we can drive a perfect solution or not, right? This will be probably the best 30 minutes you'll ever spend in terms of finding the problem and basically articulating the perfect solution out there. And if you found the video helpful, make sure you subscribe to the channel, make sure you turn on the bell notification icon, and also check out the calendar link. It's in the description. Check it out, book an intro call with me, and hopefully you'll find it valuable. Till then, peace.